Right?
Hey,
Yeah.
babe, can you get my brother's pants off of the patio? My brother's pants off the patio?
Are you still on stream?
Fuck. Let me see if I'm back. Hello?
Yes, you are. Yes, I can hear you.
Yo, I was having some issues with my internet, but it seems
It's
like it's
all
back
good.
now. Let me
Is
see.
your stream back up? Because I know the stream went off too.
I know. Let me see. Fuck.
Right? We was getting into the heart of it.
I know. WB hating on us. Damn. All right, let me see if my stream is back live, bro.
All right. Take your time. Hey, get yourself together. I ain't rushing you.
For sure. I'm finna go mute real quick. I'm
All
gonna go
right, no
check on
problem.
this shit. Yo, do you guys hear me? Like, do you hear me? The stream went blank. I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? The stream went blank. I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me. All right, I can hear it back on my playback. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Damn, man. All right, let's check on Twitch. I know y'all can hear me on YouTube. Now I'm checking on Twitch right now. I know y'all can hear me on YouTube. Now I'm checking on Twitch right now. All right, cool. Twitch.
Oh, that's terrible.
There go my loud ass fiance. I'm sure y'all can hear his big ass mouth. All right, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Hopefully y'all niggas is still here. Damn, internet problems. Terrence had a lot of good shit to say too. Like we were getting into it, man, because you know you speak well. You could get things across that sometimes I struggle getting across.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. You do a pretty good job. You do a pretty good job.
Thank you, man. Damn, fucking internet. All right, let me see if the people's is back. If you back, please tell me you're back. Okay. Let me see. Is Damon back? Let me make sure before I move on, because I want to make sure that what you're saying is being heard by the peoples.
I appreciate it. I do appreciate it.
Damn, I wonder if that's gonna fuck up my archive too.
Oh, it's gonna make it into two separate ones. Yeah, it is.
All right, so I'm probably gonna have to
So you're gonna have to just retitle it and put part one and part two. That make it simple.
Cool. I wonder if I can try that now.
I gotta say this new Gotham Knights, that game is all right.
You say what now?
The Gotham Knights game, it's all right.
I'm sorry,
I
one more
like
time. The what
it.
game?
Gotham Knights.
Oh, Gotham Knights.
I'm enjoying it right now. I
That's
am
what's up.
enjoying it.
That's what's up.
Yeah, yeah.
You know how I feel about the Bat family, so I will not be playing. I fuck with Nightwing though. I fuck with Nightwing though.
I did, so that's a reason for you to try.
You know, but maybe,
Hey,
maybe one of these good days I'll get it on sale or something.
facts. I understand that. I will say this: Batman is actually dead. This thing,
What is?
Batman's actually dead, so you may enjoy it. It's different.
Hey, one of my favorite shirts is that cover where fucking Bane is breaking a nigga's back. So, you know. But you know what? But I fucking love the Batman though. The Batman is fucking fire. That's like one of
Right.
the only like Batman movies that I'm like a legit fucking stand for. Like I don't give a fuck about Batman as a character,
Uh-huh.
but the Batman, that's my nigga. All right, I see people are watching, but just like nobody's talking. All right, so let's go ahead and delve back into this Black Adam chat. Do you remember what
Okay.
you were saying before the stream went
Yeah.
off?
So I was
Okay.
talking about how Dr. Fate was so powerful, but nobody knew who he was. and how
Dope, right? That's
how-
crazy.
all the big dogs know who he is.
Right.
All the big dogs know exactly who he is. They usually stay away from him because of his attitude, his whole, I don't care if it ain't in the grand scheme of things. Fuck you.
Right.
That's why I call him a dick. It's not that he purposely go out his way. It's just that he'd be like, somebody be like, help. He'd be like,
Ah,
yeah,
should I though?
afterwards. Let me look into the future real quick. Oh, you're irrelevant.
right.
You're just gonna die. They
It's
tell
like-
you to your face though.
Right.
They tell you to your face. Oh, yeah, you're out of here.
That's so
Sorry, guys.
true. It's like, bro, like you don't really fit in the whole.
Not
You
at
know what
all.
I'm
Not
saying?
even a little bit. Not even a little bit. That's the part where I'm just like, bruh, there's no way.
That's so funny, bro, because it's so true. Like he just don't give a fuck. Like when, I'm trying to remember the movie. Like man, I low key wish that I would have saw it again before making the stream, but I just needed to talk about it, man.
Listen, I understand. It was fresh in your mind, and it's controversial one way or the
Yeah,
other.
it is.
No
I
matter
don't
how
think
you
it
look
should
at
be as controversial as it is, though. To be honest with you, I think
Nah,
some
it
niggas are
should.
putting too much sauce on it. To be honest, I feel like what you say.
I was about to say one thing because my cousin, he's a big fan of like superhero stuff and sci-fi, so we talk all the time. And something that we remind each other of is when you watching this stuff, take your comic hat off and understand that this ain't that.
It's hard, bro. I'm not gonna
You gotta.
lie.
I know it is hard, but you gotta separate it. Like you're gonna have inconsistencies,
Right.
and I'm okay with most of them. It's just sometimes when it's blatant, it's just like, are y'all thinking about the future?
I would like. Here's my thing, man. I agree with everything you fucking saying, but I feel like, listen, I don't have a problem with people, certain creators taking liberties with characters. Okay, like
Right.
I have no problem with people taking liberties with characters, but it's just like some liberties though don't make no
Exactly.
sense, and then it's like
Exactly.
like okay. Like with Black Adam, and I said this before, but I have to reiterate this point, man. It don't make no sense how. Well, first of all, it don't make no sense that Nabu's from fucking space. But it don't make no sense. But it don't make no sense how Nabu was there during Teth Adams' time. Khufu, aka Hawkman, was there during Black Adam's time.
Right.
But they don't make no connections.
Now,
That's
you
the
made a
liberty
good
that don't
point.
make no sense.
You made a good point about Hawkman, where I will give them, I guess, a pass. It just depends on what version of Hawkman we get. They did.
That's
define
true.
that.
They never
We all
explicitly
know he
said.
has memory issues sometimes.
Yes.
So
That's
I
true.
can get over that. That okay, he don't know what's going on, but Nabu,
Right.
not
Nabu
even
should
Kent,
definitely
just
know.
Nabu, yeah, he been around for almost everything that's going on right now. Every villain, he knows all of that.
Yeah.
Really. And the big thing that really like made me feel like it was a miss on him, much as I loved seeing the special effects of him because he looked great.
He did.
The fact that Nabu did not actively talk. to
Bro,
anyone.
I was just about to say that. Not one time did Nabu say anything.
I was like, what? Because we know Kent. It's a struggle for him to be with Nabu because Nabu is so like abrasive and just we're gonna do it this way and that's
Right.
it. And he will cuss him out in front of everybody else, and then if somebody else got something to say, he'll tell him that you're irrelevant. I ain't listening to you.
Exactly. And that's
Shut that shit
exactly what. See, you saying the shit that I be forgetting about. Not once did fucking Nabu say anything. That
Not
was
once.
weird.
Yes, so weird to me. Where I was just like, really?
Yeah, that was weird because
I
it's
was waiting
like
for it.
right because it's like I guess to the people who don't really know Dr. Fate, like if you want to compare it to like a newer character, like for example, like Blue Beetle, for example, like
Ooh, that's
Jaime,
a good comparison.
right? Like Jaime and the Scarab are not one and the same. The Scarab is telling Jaime all the shit he needs to be doing. And it's like the same with Dr. Fate. Like they show Dr. Fate having the visions, which is accurate, but they never really explicitly show, oh, it's Nabu who's giving this nigga these visions. That's a missed opportunity. That would have made the movie pop even more, I think. And it's like Black Adam is not a bad movie because the writing was bad. It's like there were just so many opportunities where it could have been more, and they chose to not do more. Like, and normally DC movies do too much. Like, that's the thing. Yeah. It's like you come from a franchise that's known for doing too much, and you didn't lean into the doing too much, because this is when the doing too much actually makes sense.
Facts. It's called character development, folks.
And then the fucked up thing is that they made it to where, and this might not even be a thing, this might just be a farce for the sake of the movie or the universe, but it's like they made it to where fucking Dr. Fate dies.
Bruh.
Died.
I was like, wait, what? Hold up. No, I was just like, when he took the helmet off, I was like, wait. Y'all not about to
Why
do
you
that.
take the helmet off? But then, to be fair to him, though, you know, sorry, I'm putting peppermint oil on me because I'm a little congested. But, like, I'm an essential oil girl. So,
your business.
when he dies, for one, you're saying why he take the helmet off, but I feel like if the storytelling was a little bit more in depth, they could have explained to us that the only way Hawkman could remain alive is if Kent Nelson himself died. You know, I guess you kind of have to read in between the lines on that versus like, oh, Dr. Fate dies versus Kent Nelson dies. So, but the thing with that though is like, I loved Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate, and maybe because like that's just such good casting, it sucked to see him go. But when I'm thinking about, okay, well, if Kent Nelson is dead, the Helmet of Fate is still gonna go seek out someone to replace him as their vessel, their avatar. They gonna go get fucking Khalil from Egypt. I do not like that nigga, man. I'm not even gonna. I do not like. I hate this because it's like, I do not like that version of Dr. Fate. I don't know if you've ever read that run.
Yeah, I did.
I don't like him, bro. So if I see some annoying little nigga in that fucking helmet, bro, I'ma accept it if it's good, but I'm gonna feel away.
Yeah.
It's like, y'all had Pierce Brosnan. Like, why you?
Bruh.
Y'all had Pierce Brosnan, bro.
Yeah. And it didn't even. What I was disappointed too. Also, it's small, maybe just for me, but I wanted to see the struggle of, like, I would have been okay if he would have died where he's just like, I'm tired of doing this with Nabu. Like,
yes.
I'm mentally, physically tired.
They could have framed it so much better to where this nigga's been alive for so long that he's okay. He's ready to die.
Yeah. I would have been okay with that because, like I said, they missed it because they never played on the internal struggle.
No, they didn't. They didn't.
That's a miss. That's a total miss.
And that's one of those situations that makes it like a decent movie versus like a great movie.
Yes, the details. Yes, they could have fleshed out so many more people that would have made it more meaningful. Because I'm like, you introducing a super strong dude.
Right.
You gotta be careful how you do it. You can't just throw him in there like he just anybody else.
And they finna get a fucking helmet to Khalil. I fucking know it.
And then I'm just like,
Khalil,
this is the introduction you choose for somebody you want to potentially fight Superman? Wow. It's disappointing. Because it looks like they trying to set that up. And I'm just like, yeah, y'all did it so sloppily. And it's just like,
they did. And it's like,
I don't know.
The credit that I can give the movie, however, is even though, like, because we know characters, so we know how this shit could have popped to make it even better.
Oh my
The
god.
general public don't really know characters, so it's good at least in that sense to where they get to see new niggas. But with everything you saying
Yeah.
is valid, and
It's
then
uh huh. No, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
and then we have to remember this is not a JSA movie. As much as we love the JSA, this is not their movie.
I mean, you right, but at the same time, it's just like it's a way for you to introduce that whole situation, and it could be done better. It's not sloppy because
Right,
it's sloppy to me. So I'm like, even if it's okay, it's not a JSA movie, but at the same time, you're still introducing a bunch of new characters that you probably want to introduce at some point or
right.
use at some point. So how about you kind of do it the right way and just not be sloppy with it?
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
Because you
Wholeheartedly.
got to make it make sense. Like
Right,
at the end of the day, you're trying to do what Marvel is doing. You're trying to create a whole universe, right?
right,
It's your whole goal.
right. And
That ain't
it's
happening if it's
right,
sloppy and all over the place. You
right.
did that before. Learn
And
from
it's
your mistakes.
right, and it's those little nuances like the struggle between Nabu and Kent, like the struggle
Yes.
between the fact that Kent has been doing this for so long, the fact that like the line in the movie where he talks to Carter and he was like, "We have seen so many futures." That would have been a perfect opportunity, and it would have also foreshadowed the possibility of him dying had they leaned into we have both seen so many futures and just in like a more eloquent way, I'm tired.
Right.
And that would make, I feel like the the death of Dr. Fate more impactful because
Exactly.
we would be sad that he's dead because Pierce Brosnan just did such an amazing job, and then we also just love that character, but we would also empathize with him at the same time and be like, you know what, damn, well, that's what he wanted, really, you know, instead of feeling like
Right.
now y'all just wasted a fucking character, because that's really what it felt like. It's like, damn, we just got this nigga, now you fucking wasted him again. Like, y'all do this shit all the fucking time.
Right.
Y'all
It's like
introduce
that
a
little.
character and then y'all fucking waste it.
It's like that little kid that gets a new toy. He's like 3, 4 years old. He or she, and they having fun that first week, and then afterwards they done with it. Dude, you
Exactly.
just got this.
Exactly. Everybody ain't got a fucking diet for real. It's like, it's okay to give us a little bit of time with these characters before y'all just decide that, okay, we're gonna move on to the next person. I would have liked to see Dr. Fate again before introducing Khalid, and this is just me assuming that that's where they're gonna go. That might not
Right.
even happen, but it's like y'all could have showed us a little bit more of him before y'all decided that he was gonna be
Right.
the sacrificial lamb. I feel like if like every movie feels like they have to have a character that's the sacrificial lamb. I feel like if that is what y'all were going with, y'all could have possibly done it in a way like maybe instead of having somebody die, like have somebody's limits, like, what am I trying to say? Like have somebody's ethos challenged. Like, for example, maybe Carter does change his mind and starts killing niggas. Maybe Adam Smasher does decide to turn from the JSA and rock with Black Adam. Not saying we got to do Black Rain automatically,
I'm
but
about
like
to say you
maybe
can't go for that off the top. You can't.
right,
You can't. That's too good of a story. You got to save that.
right. So it's like maybe instead of Dr. Fate dying, where everybody's like, maybe it could be like, damn, Adam Smasher is fucking trashing his uncle's fucking legacy and he's going to the dark side. You know, like it could be something else rather than, oh, we gotta kill like the most OP nigga in the whole fucking DC universe. Y'all already did that in Batman vs Superman.
Right.
We don't have to
Right.
keep doing that.
Right. And
There's-
you know, I think this was another problem.
Yeah.
The overall villain that they chose,
Sabak was wasted and they
way
anyway.
too strong, way too powerful, way too soon.
And
it
everything
was
doesn't
like-
have to be a world ending issue.
Exactly.
Sabak is
made
like
it
a
too
universe destructive entity. Like, why the fuck we gotta go straight to Sabak?
Exactly. Just dealing with him, Black Adam himself, and him awakening, and how it was kind of close to accurate. Where it's just like, I don't know y'all, so whoever get in my way, I'm wrecking y'all. That should have been the moral of the story, like trying to figure out who this dude is, what his allegiance is, what is he trying to accomplish,
Exactly.
and all that other stuff. Because they so-called had information on him,
Yeah.
If you know about him and know what he was supposedly, why would you rush in head first to a
Right.
dude like this of this power? You supposedly know. He's been asleep for 5,000 years and all. Okay, so you know a good amount about him then.
Right.
But you went in there with some rookies like it was cool.
I feel like Shabak should have been. It should have been Black Adam versus JSA. That's really what this movie should have been.
Yep.
Black Adam versus JSA.
Yep.
Shazam: Fury of the Gods. Black Adam 2, which is where maybe Adam Smasher goes to the dark side and they're
Okay.
still having to battle against the JSA, and then we could do Black Rain, all that shit. And then like the next Shazam movie could be Shazam, Black Adam, and then fucking Sabak. Like that's what it should have been. They should have saved Sabak to be the common ground between Black Adam and fucking Shazam and the Shazam family.
Okay, that's one way. I do like that though. But the way I was thinking, they should give you the common, like, besides the Shazam, that's the obvious thing. But we also understand they trying to cater to folks who have no knowledge.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
So we always got to keep that in mind. So why not bring back the seven deadly sins for this movie?
Hmm.
Because that was a little piece of his little history dealing with
Sabak's
that whole
history.
situation. Not about Black Adam.
Black Adam. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because he had to deal with them, and they were trying to corrupt him and all that other stuff. And he actually did fight some of them in the past. Like, you basically took that whole situation out. To me, it felt like they were swapping the seven deadly sins for Sabak. And I
Yeah,
was
you're
just like,
so right.
I was like,
Yeah,
why? You don't even gotta go this route yet. You save Sabak because like you said, he's a big deal. It's not like he's just some regular bad guy. He's serious, like world-ending serious.
he could have been like the Shazam verse version of fucking uh. Damn, I know this nigga.
Who you talking about? The one from the Shazam movie?
Darkseid. Damn, I'm an idiot.
Oh,
He could have been the Shazam version of fucking Darkseid.
oh,
He
yes,
could have
'cause
been.
He is strong like that.
He could have been the end goal of that whole fucking Shazam Black Adam arc. They saved him. They could, but they fucking showed him in the first fucking movie. It's like,
Right.
okay, great.
Look, that could have been the thing that kind of put them not necessarily friends, but like brought them together.
Exactly.
And it showed you the other side of Black Adam, the anti-hero side, where like he's not bad. He'll fight some stuff. He just don't care about everybody else.
Exactly.
I was talking to my cousin because he don't know much about him, and he was just asking. I was like, he knows about Namor, so I was like, just imagine Namor but above ground.
Right.
They only care about their country. They
Right.
don't care nothing about nothing else. I mean, zero.
Right.
And you leaned into it a little, but you didn't like hit it like you're supposed to.
Right.
But I did agree with the people, cheering for him and stuff. Because I'm like, yeah, the people.
That's
side for him
accurate.
always.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's definitely something that would have happened for real.
Yep.
Damn.
So I was like, okay, cool. I see where we going with it, but I don't like it. It's just the storytelling was off. They could have did way, way better with the storytelling. Ugh, man.
It sounds like we
Oh.
didn't like the movie, man, but we talking
It's
deep. Like
funny,
this is some
yeah.
deep cut shit right here. So cuz it's like when you like you said earlier, when you take your comic fan hat off, you just see a
Yes.
bunch of niggas fighting. The action is what's up. It's great. But then you
Right.
got to think deeper about who these characters are, who their backgrounds are. You should know this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It's like
Right.
the missed potential of Black
Yes.
Adam really is the biggest flaw of the movie. But you can't really hold that against the movie unless you're a nigga who knows
Yes.
characters.
Yes, I mean that's true, but that's to me responsibility of the movie itself.
That's true.
You gotta make people aware of at least the basics,
Right.
and I feel like they missed on that too. Like where you don't really know much about anybody else. It's like the introduction to everybody was kind of like all over the place.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, but you don't know nothing about her. You don't know nothing about him. Then you bring in the rookies, and they give you the rookie vibe, but you still, it was just off. Where I'm just like, Y'all could have did better with a bunch of ways y'all told the story. At the end of the day, though, you was right. I did enjoy it. That's the funny
Right.
part.
That's the funny part. But you
I
know
really
what?
did enjoy it.
I want to talk about some shit that I did find enjoyable because I feel like this whole fucking
Okay.
thing, I've been like, oh, this
Okay.
could have been like
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
this could have been
yeah,
like this.
yeah.
I
Gotcha.
like the way that they showcased Cyclone's powers. That shit could have looked trash. Like, real talk, that shit could have looked
So
egregious. But the
I'll say
way
this.
that they framed it was cool.
I'll say this: the very first scene of her using her powers, it was awkward.
To you?
Yeah, because they showed her in the thing,
Uh-huh.
right? And the way she was like spinning and twisting, I was like,
Oh,
I
the way
don't
that she
know
was
about that.
contorting her body and shit?
Yeah, where it was just like, I get it, but at the same time, it was weird because it was just like there were angles where she was like upside down, legs twisted sideways, and I'm like, so she's young. You telling me she got that much grasp on her powers, or where she can do all that right
That's
now?
true. That's true.
I get a veteran seasoned version
Yeah, a
of her.
seasoned version of Cyclone. Yeah, but for a
But
veteran who
she's-
doesn't really, and this is their
Yeah.
first time out in the field.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she's more of the techie. They made it clear that yeah, she's a tech expert. She has a IQ of 167. So okay, she the techie of the group. She's not really a fighter.
You know what? That
She
makes
was
a
in the
lot of
middle of
sense
it, and
when
it was
you
just
frame it
like-
that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you're
So-
right. You're right.
Erratic. I was like interesting, but I knew that was the comic fan in me, so I kind of like I let
Right.
it go early. I was like, all right, just enjoy it, let it go.
Yeah, when I say I think that her powers look cool, I think I'm mostly really just talking about the visuals of it.
Yeah.
I feel
yeah,
like
okay.
the way that they had her literally looking like she's literally the fucking power of wind right now. Like that could have looked CGI wise.
Yeah, true.
so
You're right. It could've been
bad.
terrible. Yeah, it could have been X-Men.
It
version.
could. Ooh, don't even stop, please. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
She could have been out there looking like a bootleg Storm. So
It
you're right.
could have. Yes.
You're right. You're right.
It could have
You're
looked
right. I
so
give you
bad,
that.
but they found a way to make that shit look cool. But you right. They did also make it seem like she was more seasoned than what she actually was,
Yeah.
considering that was her first time in the field. So I agree
Right.
with you on that. I just meant like the visuals of it.
Yeah, the
actually
visuals were
looked really cool.
fantastic. I'll say, as an overall for the movie, the visuals were fantastic.
I disagree. That's
I
another thing
liked
that I was like,
majority. I liked the majority. I mean, there are going to be small things I nitpick.
Right.
But the majority of it overall, I guess the movie fan in me that realizes it's not going to be comic accurate. There are going to be things that's inaccurate. But
Right.
just strip that away, and what do you see? I'll say 90% of the movie, I enjoyed everything I saw.
Right. I would say for me, as far as like the visuals are concerned, there were definitely some parts that I'm just like, either I thought it could look better or I didn't care. Like when they showed Black Adam for the first time. And they really showed his powers, like the part when
Ooh.
fuck.
You
The
talk- not when he
the
does
slow
it, too.
motion part when he was
Oh, sweet.
when he
That
was
was
he was like moving towards the camera. He was trying to do something. I forgot what the fuck he was doing. I was like, that don't look good. That didn't look good to me.
I get what you're saying. I know the part you're talking.
That didn't look
Where it
good
was
to
just
me.
like-
I just was like, y'all. I understand y'all are trying to show that the nigga is not only he's strong but he's fast too.
right.
But that didn't look good to me.
I enjoyed it for what it was. but
Right. I
understood
enjoyed
that
the
it was
action and the
not-
shit that he was doing.
Yeah, exactly.
But it didn't look good to me. That's just
I
me.
guess at that point, I kind of. That's when I started to tell myself,
Shut your brain off.
yeah, cut the comic part off. Enjoy the movie. Like I have to verbally tell myself,
Yes.
enjoy the movie.
But
So
you
yeah, I know what you're saying.
right. But you know what did look good though? They made
Uh.
that nth metal on fucking Hawkman's suit and the Star Cruiser look fucking good.
I was surprised.
I
'Cause
didn't
I
think
was
it was
like-
gonna look good.
Me either, because when I saw all the red, I was like, that's too much red.
Yeah.
That's too
And then on top of that,
bright.
that
Don't make it bright.
right on top of that fucking the yellow ass filter, like that's part of the reason why it didn't look good.
The yellow filter, especially
They-
on the mace, it looked weird. Where I was like, if it was the mace by itself, maybe, but then the yellow still kind of threw me off because it was so bright
It was
compared
so
to the suit.
much, yeah.
I was like, it clashes. It don't go together. What do you?
But they
Right,
did
you know.
showcase, I will say,
I just
outside of the visuals, just like Hawkman himself, they did showcase the They didn't do a lot, but they did somewhat show the versatility of Nth Metal.
Oh yeah,
because,
yeah.
like,
'Cause
they-
he was standing his own.
Right, like they really showed that, unlike the nanotech, like for example, that like an Iron Man would use,
Right.
the Nth Metal is really this alien technology that fucking morphs with your fucking biology. Like they showed
Right.
that shit. Like when
Right.
he's
When
he's
he
in his
changed
little, huh?
And when he changed it, I peeped that and I was like, ooh. he changed
Right,
what
like
happened.
they did a good job of showing that. Like when he was in his fucking windsuit and they were jumping out of the Star Cruiser for the first time, and you see that Nth Metal just fucking like enveloping his fucking body. I'm just
That was
like,
dope.
that's dope as fuck. And then
was dope.
when his wings are, his wingspan is fucking immaculate. So when his wings retract, they just fucking disappear. I'm like, yo, that's exactly how it's supposed to look. Like, I know there's versions of Hawkman where the nigga literally has a fucking backpack of shit on him and like the wings come out. But then like the more modern versions is like, no, this metal is literally enveloping his body and it contorts and it envelops him. And they really showed that one moment these wings are fucking here, the next minute they not, nigga. That's just what it is. So I thought
Right.
that was fire. And then in the one scene towards the end of the movie when he turns his mace into a battle axe, that shit was fucking cool to me because it really showed the flexibility and the malleability of that Nth Metal, how it can literally become anything. It's almost like a Green Lantern construct in that way. I thought that
That's
was
a good
cool.
comparison. That's a
Yeah.
good comparison.
And then fucking Dr. Fate, I couldn't even tell that suit was fucking CGI the whole fucking movie. That shit
Bro,
looked fucking awesome.
It was fire.
That shit was
I
fire.
enjoyed every minute of when he was on screen as far as the look.
Man.
It was fire.
His fucking
Oh,
gloves
man.
look like they were liquid. Like they just look so fucking clean.
Oh man.
I didn't even know until after. You remember after the World Needs Heroes trailer and they showed Dr. Fate for the first time. I thought that was a practical suit and maybe they just used like some CGI to make it look shiny and shit. Like the fact that that's a full CGI suit is really fucking amazing. That shit looked fire. And I didn't know how I felt about the helmet not having eyes. But then when they had that one scene where the eyes were just like,
Lit up.
I don't know, it's like a light. I don't know, I can't explain it, but like that
I
was
know what
like,
you're talking about. Yeah.
whoa! Imagine if it looked like that on his head though. Like yo, but it still looked good even without the eyes. It still looked good. But I feel like the JSA themselves were impressive. Like I felt like what's his name? The big nigga.
Oh, Adam Smasher.
Adam Smasher. Even Adam Smasher looked good. I feel like we didn't see enough of him though. But like whenever he grew, it didn't look awkward. It didn't look weird. Like I felt like it looked good.
It did look good. It did look good.
Yeah.
It really did. I was talking to my cousin. We were talking about it. I was like, I even would compare that to the way Ant-Man looks. It looked better than that. I hate to say it. It looked better than that.
I think what made it look better than that is I don't know if I would have to see that again. I would have to see it again.
It was this Iron Man. I mean, Ant-Man was trying to do a few extra things.
Yeah.
When he got big a few times where it was simple application.
Right.
That worked for me. It was just simple. It was like they didn't try to do too much with it, which I appreciated.
Yeah, right.
Appreciated it. So I was like, okay, cool. You working him in. He's young. So, you're giving us a little bit of a small backstory. And then
shout outs for following the stream. Thank you so much. My bad.
Hit that like, folks, too. Come on now.
You say what now? I'm sorry.
Hit that like, people.
Yeah, for real, like this shit, because we had to start it over and all the niggas left. That's okay. We moved. Um, but the thing that I really like about, because they'll go back and watch the archive when they see the shit is up. The thing with Atom Smasher, one thing that I say that they did do better than what Ant-Man did when he went big, they really showed you the scope of how big this nigga really is.
Yeah.
Like when he, I forgot what happened. I forgot what the fuck he was doing, but it was when he started to like topple over, and you saw just how big he was next to like fucking skyscrapers and shit, and like a part of you was like, oh shit, this nigga's about to fucking fall. He's about to fuck some shit up. Like that was fucking crazy, because it really showed you, hey Damon, you're back. So they really showed you the scale of how big this nigga can get. Right. And then when he fell down, like, and Cyclone was literally like running on top of this nigga like he big fucking like hill or some shit to like see if he was okay. Like they really showed you the scale of like how big he was, and
which I enjoyed.
Yeah, that was cool. I'm trying to think. I don't really remember any other moments with him other than that moment, and then when he was like running through the city, like that shit was fucking cool. But
he was running through the city, and it was cool.
Yeah,
and it was just like I enjoyed it because it was just like simple.
Right.
I guess that's what I wanted. I didn't want it to be over the top.
And they didn't need to make it over the top. As long as they could show us like this nigga gets really ginormous.
Yeah, his power base is that he's so big and gravity and so on and so forth. It's not like he's some fantastic fighter, especially at this point. Exactly. And I appreciated the fact that they kept it that simple. I was like, okay, cool.
Right, he was cool. Like I don't feel like he was in the way. I don't feel like he was like useless. Like he was just the right amount of like, he's here, he's doing his thing. Right. I'm trying to think. I feel like we talked a lot about Hawkman and but like that's just, y'all know I'm like one of the 5 niggas that actually stand for Hawkman. So
yes, you are. I will give you that. You are a true fan and the stand of him. That's when you made that comment earlier. I was like, of course you would. That's one of your favorites.
Man, I feel like everybody who likes Hawkman even a little bit, especially after seeing this Black Adam movie, they need to go read that. Damon said, was that YouTube that kicked you? Oh no, my internet literally went out. I don't know what happened. It just went out for some reason. I'm trying to think if there was anything that we need to talk about, because in a little bit I gotta go give me some food.
Yeah, but that's not a problem. I think we hit most of the major plot points, bases. A few things here and there where you're just like, wait, what?
If I think about something else, we could probably come on and do like a more cohesive talk about this. But this was really just getting my thoughts out, man. But anyway and anyhow, short and sweet. Cherry Man, you said you back. That's what's up. Welcome back. Keep it short and sweet. I liked Black Adam. Black Adam was a good movie. However, there were some things that were missed that would have made it even better. And I think they dumbed it down because they were scared of doing too much because of the DCEU's movie history of sometimes doing too much. So I think that was, honestly, I think it was a conscious decision on the part of the people making the movie, but I don't think it was necessarily the right decision, because it really kept the movie from really being what it could have been. I do like that they introduced a lot of new characters. I do like that they introduced the JSA. Hopefully that we get some material in the future that really just kind of showcases the legacy of the JSA and how impactful they actually were, because even though I wanted to see that in this Black Adam movie, it didn't give it to me, because like I said, you could tell it was a conscious decision to keep it short and sweet and keep it simple.
I agree. The only question I mean, as far as to make it short and sweet, the movie itself, I give it about a 7.5. It was entertaining. It did all right. I didn't have no real major issues. It was like the nitpicking of a comic fan. I ain't gonna lie to you. Half of it was just that. the two things that concern me about it is where does it fit in the universe going forward? That's a
I'm
major.
gonna let you keep talking. I'm gonna mute myself real quick because I'm gonna go and get my food.
It's all good.
Hold on 1 second.
So
Let me mute.
okay,
You can keep talking though. I'm gonna just mute.
okay. So the two concerns for me is where does it fit in the universe? I'm not sure how this is going to fit in the overall grand scheme of things. And then I guess the other major concern I have is the JSA. How are you going to approach them going forward as far as like group members and who's going to be introduced in what fashion? I am concerned about that because you can't just throw anybody in there, and then if you decide to bring somebody that everybody doesn't know, how are you going to handle their introduction? Because this is a poor introduction. I don't care what nobody says. It could have been done way, way, way better. I felt like the average person would look at this and be like, "Oh, who is this cool dude? Oh, damn, he's dead already. Here's the Doctor Fate. Damn. Okay, this Hawkman
Right.
dude." So
Right.
they're gonna have the questions like, "What planet is he from? Where is he from outer space?"
Right. And
Screwed an entire situation up.
that's where I agree with you. Sorry, y'all can hear me open up this bag.
Got to get the grub on.
But I agree with everything you're saying. It's like they not I won't necessarily say they. It's mostly been The Rock, you know. But you know, The Rock
Uh-huh.
he's got wrestling roots. Of course, he's gonna make everything sound bigger and grander than maybe it
Right.
actually is. But it could be. But like The Rock has been so adamant on social media about how Black Adam is going to be like a turning point for the DC universe, for DCEU. How they're going to be introducing new characters, how there's going to be a new hierarchy in the DCEU and things like that. But it's like, if that's the case, and I'm sure that he's just saying that so that he can, you know, sell his movie, and because he's proud
Right.
of this movie. You know, this movie
Right.
is the product of Seven Bucks Productions, which is like his company. So it's like,
Right.
obviously, you know, he's saying all these things because he really actually believes in the movie. But I feel like if that's how you feel about the movie, if that's how you feel this movie, if you think this movie is gonna springboard a different type of future for the DCEU, why be safe on the writing and the plot? Why not lean in if you feel like this is gonna be the springboard? You know,
So,
why? Uh-huh.
oh, I was going to address that real quick. So, we also have to keep in mind we have new leadership in place. So, who knows what this leadership is telling him that he can and can't do?
Right, that's true.
So, that's an outside factor that we have to consider.
That's
Even
true.
though he loves this and this
Wait
has
a
been his
minute.
pet
How many you
project,
got? Oh, how many you got?
it's still I don't know what Discovery is doing. I
Babe,
just have no idea.
I feel like this is just such a weird like stopgap movie for them because it started under the old regime and it's continuing under the new regime. So it's kind of like in an awkward space. Because I heard that like even with the Superman thing that
Uh-huh.
it was gonna be another like stand-in versus Henry Cavill until the new regime came in and then The Rock convinced them, you know, to
Yeah,
bring Henry back.
yeah, he was the
So it's
major
like
selling point. And like, hey, we
right.
need him.
So you don't know how many of these decisions were already made, and because they were already so deep into it that they couldn't revert to what you know would have
Right,
actually made it better, like giving more context with Naboo and
right.
ancient Egypt and that region of the world. You know what I mean?
And then also with Discovery cannibalizing so much of what WB has in place,
Right.
you don't know, what the situation is. It's just it's a gray unknown area, and it was just like, yeah,
Yeah.
I know what y'all trying to do. You want this to be your big, that's the big gun. Him and Superman are the big guns. Ah.
Yeah.
He didn't feel Superman worthy of fighting when I
No.
got done with it.
No.
And I was
No.
disappointed by that. I wanted to feel that way, like, oh yeah, now Superman got some competition. We about to really see Superman get tested.
Right, exactly. And I agree with that, man. I didn't give I didn't give a number score. You said you would give yours him give it a
Seven and a half.
7.5. I
Seven
feel
and a
like
half. Yeah.
7.5. I said I would give it about a 6. A 6 is
Okay.
still above average. It's still good. To me,
Oh yeah.
to me, an above average movie is good. I feel like
Okay.
it's trash, average, good, great. I feel like it was good. Um,
So, okay, also, I would be remiss not to say this.
uh-huh.
My, I guess the grading scale, if I'm being realistic with myself, it's not a normal grading scale.
Mm-hmm.
I've been so disappointed with so many DC properties
Right.
that this is one of the better ones. So
Whoa.
maybe that has a point in me going seven
Scoring it a
five because
little
I
bit higher.
enjoyed the action. Yeah, I enjoyed the action, and like you said, the plot wasn't terrible,
The
but they could
plot
have did a
wasn't
lot to fix
terrible.
it.
Right, like the
So
plot wasn't terrible. Really, that the only thing that makes it not good is the fact that we know they could have leaned in and then they chose not to lean in.
ugh,
But we can't really hold that against
exactly.
the movie just because we know a lot.
Okay.
That's how I think
That's
about
the
it
hardest
anyway.
part.
Yeah.
I think that's why I said I'm gonna go 7.5 because I had to step back and say, did I enjoy this? I did. I had fun with it. It had some funny moments. I love the action. It looked great for the most part. So I'm like, you know what? I can skip past the side stuff. It was a character that I actually really like,
Hmm.
that I'm learning more about as we go along,
And there was even
and
some
I was
funny
happy to
moments
see it.
too. Like
Yeah, exactly.
not all the funny moments hit, but like
Yeah,
they wasn't horrible either. But when they hit, they were funny.
yeah, yeah. And I do like the fact that they didn't. He stayed away from his normal when he make movies and making no matter how serious his character is, it's
Yes.
always a joke. He kind of stayed away from it for the most part, and I respect that because I'm like, that's not Black Adam,
I really thought that nigga was just gonna come in and, and be himself,
bruh.
and
I
he
was
didn't.
scared.
I
I
was
was
scared
scared.
too. And like my fiance, who's like a normie, like he not deep in this shit like that.
Gotcha.
He fucking
Gotcha.
loved the movie. And he was trying to, cause I told him, I was like, man, I don't know how I'm feeling about Black Adam being played by The Rock, I don't know. And he was like, watch, he's gonna change your mind. Watch. I was like, we gonna see. Like I know characters and you don't, so you wouldn't know if he was or not. But
Right.
after the movie, he was like, didn't he change your mind? Yeah, yeah. Like brag. I'm like, yeah, you did all right. You did all right.
Like it was
Yeah.
oh
He wasn't.
something.
He wasn't bad.
I know that feeling when you're like, he alright.
He was alright, man. Like I think
Yeah.
sometimes knowing characters is a fucking curse, bro. Cause it's sometimes it's hard to turn your brain off when some. Cause while my fiance was just like, oh, having such a good time, yeah, I'm still stuck on Naboo is from fucking space. You know how it is. My fiance over here kikiing and ooh, and I'm just like, my Naboo's from fucking space.
Yeah, I can see.
That don't make no sense.
I was able to detach from it. It took me about 10 minutes, and then I detached from it.
I
I said,
sat on that for
"Uh."
a good like 2 minutes, bro. You from space?
It sat on me for 10 minutes, but I just didn't say anything. I was just quiet. I was like, I want to see where they're going to go with this. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, most people don't know anything about the helmet of Naboo. So them assuming it's outer space, it might be just the kids that thinks that. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm like, wait, she got a 167 IQ? So all of this is rattling in my brain as the movie is playing. So she's been smart enough to figure out, oh yeah, there's some type of magic or some other shit involved. Just seeing what he can do should have told you,
Let me tell you something.
yeah, there's something different.
Let me tell you something. We're not here to make sense of things. We just here to see niggas throw hands. And that's exactly what the movie told you, low key. Look, we're not here to make sense of things. We're just here to
Especially
show
when they
you guys
rushed
a
in.
good time.
When they rushed in and started fighting them off top without even figuring out what's going on.
Nah, not one time. Not one time. But that's okay. Because we saw The Rock beat niggas up, throwing hands. We saw
Oh,
Hawkman.
listen. I gotta say this. The way he was turning people into dust and all that.
That was fire. That was
Oh,
fucking fire. I'm not even gonna lie.
love,
When he turned that
love.
nigga to dust in the tomb, I was like, oh yeah. And then
Oh,
they showed this nigga fucking skull and shit. Oh yeah, he a real nigga.
oh, like they showed it.
They actually
He
showed this
literally
nigga turn
burned
into a
off.
fucking.
Oh,
He burned his skin off and everything.
even the little slow mo part, it was a little weird, but the way he electrocuted their whole group of people and then threw the missile over here, I was like, ooh, he's killing. It's not even, oh, it
Mm-hmm.
just happened. No, he's purposely, I'm going to body you.
There were a couple of moments that I was like, damn.
Yes. That
Ooh,
had me
damn.
hyped where I'm like, Superman don't want it. Let's
He don't
do
want,
it.
he don't want these hands. He don't want
Let's
these magic hands, bro. He don't want these
Let's
hands.
do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And then
That's
they building this battle up, right?
yeah.
I'm concerned about
There
that.
could have been a
I
lot
gotta
more
say.
shit talk between him and Superman at the end, not gonna lie.
On Black Adam's part, yes, he should have said more because Black Adam's not quiet and just sit there and just let you talk. I'm concerned because what is Superman's biggest weakness besides kryptonite?
That's a farce though.
I mean, besides kryptonite, what is his other weakness?
He's not weak to magic.
Yeah, yes,
He's
he
not weak
is.
to magic.
Oh, yes, he is Superman
Nope.
fan.
He's not
Now,
weak.
now,
No,
look,
no, no,
listen,
no, no.
listen,
Listen,
listen, wait, let me
listen.
finish. You gotta let me say my piece, and then I will quietly let you respond. I
Yeah,
will
yeah,
sit here and
yeah.
shut up.
Ah,
So he is vulnerable to magic,
exactly.
but it's like the problem is a lot of these because there's so many comics. Some of them overplayed it, where magic can kill him and do all this and that. No, it just gives you a chance to like fight him,
He's
like
not.
put you on a more even ground.
He's not weak to magic. He's susceptible to magic. There's a difference.
You're right. You're right. I will. You're absolutely correct. I apologize. I apologize. You're right. But it gives somebody a chance.
Right.
Going forward, how much are they going to play into this?
Right. Like he's susceptible to magic in the same way that regular humans are susceptible to magic, but he's not weak to magic.
Yeah, it's not like kryptonite,
Mm-hmm.
where that's a big misnomer where, oh, yeah, you just need magic. If you haven't got kryptonite, it don't work like that.
Right.
You can get over
Like,
on him, you can trick him, you
yeah.
can fuck him up a little bit, but kryptonite's going to kill him.
Right.
Nothing
Exactly.
else will do that. Nothing else will do
Exactly.
that.
But Superman as a character is so fucking OP. Is like still
Listen,
my nigga though.
He'll look.
That's still my nigga though.
Superman's cool. I'm sorry. I know
Hey,
you-
that's
I
still
know
my
you-
nigga though.
He
Hey,
a Boy Scout.
tread
He
lightly.
a Boy Scout.
Tread
though.
lightly.
He a Boy
I'm just playing.
Scout. He a Boy Scout. I tread soft as I can. He's a Boy Scout, and I hate that he's so much of a Boy Scout. And that's probably why I love Injustice so much because of
Mhm.
that fact that we got to see something else. But that's a different tangent. We're not gonna go off into that.
No,
I
I
want to
respect
let you
it.
go and eat.
I
I'm gonna let
respect
you go
it.
and eat. I appreciate you letting me come on and share my thoughts.
For
Conversation
sure. This was
great.
fun, man.
We gotta do this again
For sure. We gonna have to.
at some point. And you owe me that Green Lantern. I'm gonna collect that. If I collect nothing else, I'm gonna collect that conversation.
Let me tell you something. If don't nothing else happen, the next time, if there's ever a Green Lantern TV show update, we gonna
Oh
hit
yeah,
that
we
up.
on it.
We
All right,
on
that's
it.
the bet. I'm gonna be looking for you. I'm gonna send you that message. That's a bet.
For
'Cause
sure.
right now it's in limbo. I'm scared.
Yo, for sure, for sure. All right.
Scared.
Thank
Look,
you.
it was great.
Thank you so much,
I
man.
enjoyed it.
This was good.
Thank you for chat. Make sure y'all subscribe and like. Come on, man.
For
You ain't gonna
sure.
get this content nowhere else.
You
Come
know,
on, y'all.
I'm a little inconsistent, so niggas don't show up. That's my fault. But listen, I'm here now, so show up.
You're gonna
You know
get great
what I'm
content regardless, Chad. Trust me.
saying? whether
Go ahead
it's
and put her down.
whether it's like next week or like next year, you gonna get it.
Big facts. Well, thank you once again.
For
It has
sure.
been an honor and a pleasure. And
For
enjoy
sure.
your food.
For sure. Thank you so much, Terrence.
All right, Chad. I'm going to holler at y'all.
All right, now how the fuck I get out of here?
Good
no,
luck.
for real. How the fuck I get out of here? How do you do this?
You got to go into your Discord to end that Discord part.
Discord,
Go into the general. It should be able to pull you out.
general settings. I do
And you should
not.
be able to see where you
Oh,
can.
disconnect.
Yeah, got
All
you.
right.
All right.
Peace
later.
out, Terrence.
All right.
Oh man, that was so much fun, y'all. Hey, shout outs to Terrence, man. Long time subscriber. Shout outs to that guy. But thank y'all so much for tuning into the stream. To those of you guys who came back, I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys like this stream. Make sure you like the first stream since before the internet was messing up. And for those of you guys who are not able to catch us live, make sure you check out this archive. Okay, I hope that you guys check out the archive. Lots of good conversation happened, man. And yeah, until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace out.